if you haven't watched my last video, then you know this is about to be another story time, okay? This is about to be a series into my life on just a few things that I went through in my journey. So if you want to stick around and watch a little bit about what I went through, get your popcorn, get your soda, get your water, get your wine, okay? Go ahead and tune in and get ready for a great story, okay? So in this story, it's going to be about one of the times I almost lost my life in the escort prostitution world, right? And it was a lot, y'all. There's a lot to unpack. I will be putting pictures in here, but if y'all haven't watched that last story time, y'all know it's getting juicy, okay? So if you haven't watched it, please go tune in, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay, so this right here, your girl basically was, I think this was 2017 going on 2018. Dallas. This happened in Dallas. I was with a pimp or whatever, and basically I was living my best life at this time, okay? Living my best life. As y'all know, I did say I got my life together a little bit, and then I got right back into the whole of world. So at this time I was dancing and I was turning dates. So with doing that, it would be like some people from the club would want extra time, but they weren't trying to pay no $50. They was trying to, you know, just to get danced on. They was trying to get, you know, a little piece of something, right? And so I'm like, okay. But at the same time, in my head, I'm like, cool, this is the world I'm living in. It's fast money. I kind of got addicted to the fast money, right? So your girl just was outside, okay? This was about mid-January, after my birthday. So mid-January, February, kind of got in a little bit walking like the neighborhood. So I had a pimp that had an apartment close to the Blade. So this Blade was a little bit, I would say, it's just like a regular neighborhood. Like you walking, and you just walking. And anywhere you go, basically was the Blade, right? So if I'm walking to the corner store and somebody want to hit me up and say, hey, how much, baby? That's just what that was, okay? Right, so y'all, so this was about a Friday, probably about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I basically was headed to the corner store. So as I'm walking to the corner store, y'all, you know, like I said, anywhere you walk was a Blade if you're in the prostitution world. That's just what that is. So you could catch a date, you could get a customer. Anyways, so it was about the afternoon, and what happened was I decided I wanted to walk to the store, the corner store. So I got up and I was, you know, putting on my clothes or whatever. And this night I was supposed to go dance. So I had just got a new license for a new club. I was about to go dance, you know, just enjoy myself and trying to get a little bit outside of this world, right? You know, just be on a little safer route. So y'all, so I'm packing my bag and I'm like, let's go to the store. So I go to the store. I'm walking by myself. And it's like Mexico City. A lot of Hispanics. There's a lot of Mexican and Latino culture around where the apartment that I was staying in at the time. So as I'm walking, basically, you know, there's this guy, you know, and he's like, hey, you know, he's driving on the side of me and he's like, hey, baby. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, but I'm not giving him too much attention because that's not what I'm doing. I'm basically trying to, you know, get where I need to go, which is the corner store. So, y'all, I turned around and I look at him. He in like this black two-door, I don't know what to call them, but it's a black two-door or whatever. It had like the little speed versus thing on the back of the hood and all that, you know, like the typical little car. So basically, I turn around and it's somebody that I dated on the Blade. So I'm like, oh, he cool, you know, he seems cool, you know, he's a regular, you know, I've seen him, and he don't have my number because he's married. So he just catch me when he catch me outside. So y'all, I turn around like, hey amigo, such, you know, how are you doing, baby? He's like, oh, I'm good. He's like, where you headed? I was like, to the store. So I'm like, all right. And, you know, he's like, oh, let me take you. I go that way too. I said, no. He's like, no, baby. No, I take you. No walking. You don't have to walk. So as I'm looking at him, tell me like, get in. I don't want you walking, baby. I'm like, no, because I'm not doing no dates. I'm not doing none of that, So I'm like, Poppy, no, he's like, oh, okay, I give you a little money, baby. I give you a little money. He's like, I have 40. And I was like, I don't want your money because I'm not even out here working. I don't have no condoms on me. I don't have nothing on me because of the simple fact that's not my intention. So I end up getting in a car because I know the dude, and the dude that I was, with at the time, the pimp I was with at the time, basically he tells me, he's like, where you at? You gone for a long time. I was like, I caught a date or whatever. So we end up going to the corner store, and I turn my location on and I send it to the dude that I was with, the pimp. So y'all, we go into the corner store or whatever, and there's like these little quick little spots. I don't know which, y'all, little weeklies or whatever, or little hourlies around the area. So some was like, okay, he trying to pay, go ahead and get the bread, just go ahead and get it, and he quick. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go in the corner store, get the condoms, I come back out or whatever, and he's like, okay, let's go get a room. I was like, all right, bet. So we go get the room, and the room is like 2 minutes around the corner, literally. So we go park or whatever, we get in the room, and he tells me, he's like, oh, baby, you're so sexy. Oh my God, everything like this. And I'm just looking at him like, please give me this money and come on, bro. Like, please hurry up, because you smell like motor oil at this point. And it's not even cute, okay? And I have to be at work at 9 o'clock. I'm trying to go get a nap in and, just relax. So, y'all, oh my God. So I get back in the car after we turn the date or whatever. And number one rule, if you in that game, please don't let no trick know where you putting your money. Okay? Don't ever let them know where you put your money. Y'all. So the dude sees me put the money in my bra, but then I put some of it in my tennis shoe, because I had on some tennis shoes or whatever. I ain't gonna give y'all detail. But I had some tennis shoes. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, I know he think I'm gonna put it in my bra. So I act like I put it in here, but I put it in my tennis shoe. Oh, behold, nigga watching me hard. Like, dude watching me so hard. It's like, that was red flag number one. He was already trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention too hard. So I'm like, why he paying attention so hard? Like, he looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, what is it? He's like, oh, you just look so good, baby. And I had a good time. Thank you. Each other the side eye, like, I'm thinking he peeping me, and I'm peeping him. But, oh, behold, he have a whole plan under his sleeve, like, whatever. Okay, so, y'all, this is where the shit gets crazy, because I literally was pissed off. So dude turns around and he's like, baby, can you walk home from here? I said, walk home from here. So the room we was at to my house at the time was literally 10-minute drive. But the fact that if I had to walk, that would have been more so like 20 minutes, double the timing. Triple the timing. Bitch, no. What do you mean walk? You brought me here, take me back. So I said, oh, nah, he already on these funny-ish. So, second red flag. I'm just like, okay, cool, no problem. So I said, no, baby, let's go. So I rushed to the car before he get to the car. So I'm walking to the car. Boom, 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 boom. And I open the door. He left the door unlocked or whatever, and I get in. And I'm like, come on, baby, take me home. So this done pissed him off, because he like, oh, I ain't never seen no side like this, because we always meet up on the blade. We never meet like in areas like this. It's not rare that you're gonna, if you in Dallas and you taking dates in Dallas, you're wind up to see somebody you have done a date with, okay? Wife, boyfriend, around something. You gonna see them with their significant other or their family. It's happened, okay? Crazy, but it's happened. So I'm like, all right, he's highly upset Girl, so he turns around and he go, what did I say? Bitch, what did you say? You're not my dad. For one, you're not my dad. So I said, okay. So I said, just drop me off. You don't have to worry about me no more. So remind you, like I said, he was watching me. Dude saw me put my money in my shoe. So we get down the street. He's driving or whatever. And he goes, mind you, my location on. I got my mace with me. I ain't slipping at all. So he goes, give me the money. And I said, what? I said, what do you mean? I said, give you what money? I don't have no money. So he's like, give me the money. Bitch, give me the money. And I said, let me out. Let me out. And so as I'm saying, let me out, he has a knife. Y'all, he has a knife on the driver's side of his seat. So pulls it over like this. And remind you, this arm, he has this arm on the driver, on the steering wheel. But when he goes like this, he grabs it out of his hand and he goes like this real quick to me. So he putting it on my chest. It's like damn near right here touching me. It's touching like the skin on my body touching me, babe. So I said, instantly, I just started praying because I was like, oh my God, y'all, I thought my life was finna be gone, finna be taken. I was finna be clocked out, okay? Because it's not rare in this, in this game that women lose their lives to tricks, okay? It's not rare. It's happening all the time. So, y'all. So, what happened next was, as he got it on my chest, my hands down like this. We driving on the street, on a busy street. So it's not like I can be like swerve because I'm gonna hurt other people in the midst of this. So I'm funneling with the door handle trying to get the door unlocked. And as I'm trying to get the door unlocked, y'all, God told me in the midst of that situation, I swear, God told me, he was like, baby girl, he was like, it's okay. He was like, it's okay, you're gonna get through this. Like, he was talking to me because I'm praying in my head hard, y'all, and it's happening within like 2 to 5 minutes down the street, like from the hotel. So it go from me telling him no, take me home, to give me the money. Now I got a knife to your neck. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm attempting to open the door. He sees me open the door, trying to open the door. So he pushing the gas. Y'all, he's pushing, when I say he pushing the fucking gas, he's pushing it to where he's like, bitch, you're not going nowhere. Excuse my language, but he's like, no, you're not going nowhere. So I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm just like, bro, I watch too much CSI for me to be one of these girls on I'm not ready, God. I'm telling myself, like, Jesus, I'm not ready. So I literally was like, it's either me or him. Fuck everybody else outside this car. It's me or him in this moment. So I'm like, okay, no problem. So I instantly opens the door. As I open the door, I got I don't have a seatbelt on. So I have this little, it's like this little fanny pack or whatever. I had this fanny pack on. So I opens the door and the fanny pack gets me caught. So I leans over out the door. I'm leaning over out the door. My fanny pack gets caught on like the little, it's something like a little metal piece. If you open the door, y'all know what it, like the little square, like literally dangling, like head first dangling by my feet in the air in his passenger seat. And we going down the street or whatever, and there's like a soccer field over here. There's like warehouses and stuff, like people at work, there's warehouses, there's like a soccer field, and there was like a lot of kids outside in the area. So, but in my mind, I can only see the floor. So head down, legs up in the air. Dude holding me, like trying to keep me in the car. So he winds up grabbing me by my feet. And as he's grabbing me by my feet, y'all, oh my God, as he's grabbing me by my feet, the fanny pack comes off the thing. So I'm like, praise God, I can jump out of here. Dude holding me by one leg, y'all. This shit felt like a movie. So this happened within 10 to 15 minutes. Dude holding me by my leg, and I'm like, I'm about to fucking die. Like, I'm about to die. So I eventually say, just let me go. Just let me go. Remind you, he pushing it. Y'all, he's pushing it more than like 50, 60 down the street. And I'm just like, okay. So I end up kicking him, and he cuts my leg, cuts the bottom of my leg. As he lets me go, I fall and I flip over, and I'm tumbling down the street. So I done scratched my ass up. I done scratched my arms, my elbows. I done scratched the side of my neck. Like, I done scratched everything that you can think of. So when I fell out, I rolled under the car. I went in the back, on his backside, rolled underneath her. Not my body, but my feet. Because I'm dangling already. So when he drives off, it's numbered skirt. Y'all, I was so numb. I was crying. My head was spinning. Everything was going on in this moment. So I'm like, okay, so this is really happening right now. This just really happened to me. So then all I think of was, I need to call my pimp. Like, that was my safe haven. I was like, I need to call my pimp. Before I knew it, y'all, I was knocked out, unconscious. I was knocked out unconscious. As I have my phone, this is what people are telling me. The Mexicans that was at this little soccer field, this is what they telling me. I had my phone and I was finna dial my pimp number. So as I'm finna dial the number, the people pick up the phone, and I guess they call and was like, hey, she's hurt. She's hurt. I can hear them, but I'm not here. Like, I'm not here. So there's two little girls that come from the other little soccer field, and they was like grabbing their mom. So as I'm coming to consciousness, they grab their mom, and I see them walking to me, but I can't move because remind you, my feet, one foot broke. Like, one foot literally broke. I'm gonna insert pictures, y'all. This shit happened so crazy. So one foot broke. I'm bleeding, 3rd-degree burns all over my back and my ass. So the little girl and her mom walking up to me, and then one of the friends, they probably about 10, 11, 12. And she say, I saw what happened. I saw what happened. Call 911. Call 911. So the little girl, her mom, she can't speak English. So she gets the phone and she calls 911. Within 5 minutes, the police and the ambulance pull up, right? But in the midst of that, my pimp is on the way as well. But I didn't want him to get in trouble, because I was just like, no, call my boyfriend, call my boyfriend. And so as I'm coming to consciousness, I can't move my legs, my back, my everything hurting. So they tell me to get in the ambulance. So my pimp, he driving, behind the ambulance, like speeding, y'all. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, yo, I just want to talk to my mama. Like, I just want to talk to my mama. Y'all, I don't want to cry. But y'all, in that moment, you would have thought life, y'all, would have flashed in front of y'all eyes, okay? Y'all, I do not want to cry on the internet, but I'm telling y'all, this is my story. Just imagine somebody wanted to take your life just because you told them no. Don't even. So I'm just like, okay, no problem. I knew what lifestyle I was getting into. I'm talking to myself in this ambulance. They asked me all these questions. I'm just like, bro, stop asking me questions. Call my mom. Like, call my mom. So my mom, I'm grown. So they don't really, they can't really just tell her everything. Y'all, I'm sorry that I'm crying. But, so they can't tell her everything. But the thing about it was that I knew the simple fact that I couldn't tell my mama what was going on. It wasn't that I couldn't tell her. I was just ashamed. I didn't want to tell her, right? So I said, okay, don't call her. They were like, you're grown. You don't need to call your mom. How old are you? And such and such. And I'm just like, I'm 20. I'm, all this, everything. So, y'all, I said to myself, okay. So after they tell me that, I was just like, all right, cool. I'm about to go to the hospital. I'm going to get sutured up. I'm going to do, get everything. Not suture, because I didn't have no, like, meat or anything, like no cuts or nothing. But I'm about to get bandaged up, right? So they clean my burn on my butt. They clean me up real good, you know, and I'm just sitting there like in awe, and they ask me questions like, well, what happened, and why would you get in a car with a stranger, and why would you do this? And I'm just like, stop asking me questions. Like, I understand, but stop asking me. Like, stop asking me, y'all. And at this moment, was when I literally was battling with faith and reality. Faith and reality. So it was more so like, God, why am I going through so much? This is what's making me real money. I don't need none of that. Or I'm just lucky and things like that. But I wasn't raised like that, y'all. So when it comes down to it, I was literally just sitting there thinking like, okay, your girl done. Your girl done. In the midst of that happening, y'all, we leave the hospital. I done got my bandages and everything. And we go back to the apartment. So I'm down for like a week so I can heal. You know, my foot is broke. So I'm like, okay, I can't dance. I can't do nothing. So at that time, I'm just sitting there like, y'all, I'm a brokey, okay? Like a lot of them say, brokey. Yeah, so I was thinking, okay, I'm a brokey. I'm like, okay, now I need to start back doing hair. So y'all, so in the midst of everything happening, I'm thinking, what can I do to make money? Boom, go back to doing hair. So I'm hitting up everybody. I'm doing hotel specials because I'm inside of my room, and I was staying at like an extended inn or something. So I'm doing braids out that mug with lace fronts, everything. Like, yeah, it's back rolling. So while I'm injured, this money picking back up. So the dude I was with, or whatever, the P, he couldn't take that money because this was my money. This is I wasn't doing this in the game. You know, I wasn't out here selling my cat for a piece of change. So the money started kicking up or whatever. Dude was like, I need this, I need that. Remind you, you selling weed, you selling whatever you doing, right? So keep your money. Like, if you really like me, you gonna be with me or whatever through this time. And he was a real one. He was with me. So after that happened or whatever, I was healed up. I was still doing hair, but I was doing most of the Blade girls' hair or whatever. Everybody that was hitting me up, they was like, what's wrong with you? Where you been at? Things like that. And I'm just like, girl, I'm doing hair outside the room, you know, paying for this room, making sure everything good, you know, until I get, you know, better and healed. So your girl end up, I get there and I'm just like, okay, I'm at a point to where I can get back out on the blade. So I'm going to post some videos. Yeah, cute. I feel like I was cute, okay? But anyway, your girl was back out there on the blade. So as I'm back on the blade, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I had so much anxiety from everything that happened. I had so much PTSD. Like, I was smoking weed. I was smoking heavily or whatever. And it was just making me like paranoid. Like, most people be like, oh, it calms me down. No, baby, it was making my anxiety go up. Like, I was more anxious about everything. So I was scared to turn dates. Like, you know, like everything was making me iffy. If he moved a certain way, baby, I was like, keep going. Like, I became mean because that made me mean. Like, I went from this sweet girl to being mean as fuck, okay? And just taking everything so serious. Like, nope, don't do that. Don't do that. He did this, you know. And so I was like, okay. So, y'all, after that happened, I kind of just was like in awe about everything because it was more so like I didn't want to end the fast money because I kind of got addicted to it, you know. And I was just like, wow, you know, this really happened to me. So as I'm back on the blade or whatever, I reunite with all the girls and, you know, doing all the deals or whatever. And within that moment, the same time, y'all, one of my homegirls, rest in peace, honey, she's from Dallas or whatever, but she ended up losing her life a few weeks later. So, you know, it just kind of touched me, you know, to know that I made it out. But at the same time, it messed me up because I didn't have kids at the time. But my friend, she had a 2-year-old. And so I was just like, damn, he just took this baby mama from her. Like, you know. And so everybody's reuniting, you know, congregating on the blade or whatever, lighting the candles. We, you know, we talking about our stories, crying, all that, and everything or whatever. Yeah, after we congregate, y'all, the night ends or whatever, we go out, we have a few drinks, things like that, and then we come back. And we, there's like a little Mexican bar over there, so we go over there, and most of the Mexicans inside of there be turning dates, right? Well, not turning date, but tricking off, and we turning dates. So cool. So we ended up getting, you know, like a little hourly or whatever, and we started turning our dates. We having a good time, you know. Nothing bad was really going on at that time. And more of the story was, y'all, I still ended up staying in the game, but I just was pushing myself back, you know, because I started picking up doing hair again. I started back doing all this stuff that I really needed to do, right? So yeah, if y'all enjoyed this, y'all let me know. This is a short story time, but it was more so crazy. Like, it was more so just crazy, because you would never think that shit like that would happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would be like, I'd never be in that situation, or I'd never be the one to be going through that. Nah, baby. Life get real. People stupid out here, okay? So all I want to say is, if y'all out there, make wise decisions, y'all. Please make wise decisions. If you in the game, salute to you. I know it is hard. I know it's a struggle every day, but get out as soon as possible, because turn the hustle into another hustle, okay? Find something better and safer to do with your life, period. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl will be dropping these every Sunday from now on, because of the simple fact we need to get y'all on a routine, and everybody been down my back, okay? When's the next story time? Here you go. So every Sunday, be out on the lookout, okay? Looking out. Be ready, period.